Hello. Good evening, everybody. Esteban, what's up? Clownfish, Zace, Arnif, Clang, how you doing? Howie, Zace, Fried, Monkey, Ardang, Killswitch, Globe, what's up, dude? Finally catching your stream, have watched all your VODs. Thank you, Minda, I appreciate that. Oh god, that means a lot. My throat's a little iffy today, guys. I don't know why.
Hey, you.
Omnitype. I think you messaged me earlier. I need to check my messages. Honestly, guys, I've been feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the by emails and stuff today. So I've been locked in trying to focus on writing the Neo Ergo review. I haven't had a chance to really do emails and stuff today. But what's up, Omnitype? How you guys doing? Jishy, thank you again for that 30 months. Hello, Mr. Toes. What's up, Adam? KD, what's up, dude? I'm overwhelmed every day. I'm right there with you. Yeah, it's, I don't know why. Today especially. Today I woke up with my brain feeling scattered. Like, it just feels everywhere, man. Better answer to all those 3,000 emails? I know. Actually, it's not that bad, but it's still overwhelming some days. You know when somebody you don't want to socialize via text messages and stuff like that? Like, I don't know. I feel like some days it's tough. Some days it's a little difficult. Also, I really need to shave and cut my hair tomorrow. Alex taking to the Drake beef to heart? No way, bro. Oh, I totally messed up the keyboard command, but whatever. I put F/with. I don't know what the hell I'm even thinking there. I'm that way 24/7. I'm a plate of spaghetti in my brain. Bro, same though. But at least, hopefully it's tasty spaghetti, you know? I rebuilt my Zoom 65 last night because of you, as I didn't seem right. Oh, so it actually fixed it now. Oh, that's awesome. I'm super glad it turned out good. Al dente? Yeah, a little bit. Let me turn down my end of music here. It's kind of loud. Sensitivities are off baseline. Yeah, like today, I have, even right now, it's hard to describe what it is exactly, but it feels like I have a list in my head of things I need to do. And it keeps repeating in my head, and it's like, no, do this one, no, do this one, no, do this one, no, do this one. And it feels like very, like, smushed together, you know? So, is Cladney more brown or red? I'll let you guys be the judge. But to me, it has more of like a burgundy kind of thing going on. It definitely has a bit more of a red tone or red hue to it. It's a very, very, very nice set. Yeah, it's very nice. Also, today's keyboard, I've never seen the Line Friends production units. Bruh. Come on, bro. This is so cute. Look at this. This is a client build we're doing today. I am super happy we get to see one of the production units, but come on, bro. We need more little cute things like this in keyboards. What is this? This is cute as heck, bro. Look at this. By the way, played Hades 2 last night. I was like, I'm only going to play 30 minutes before I go to bed. 3 hours later. 3 hours later, bro. How'd you know, Ants? It was 3 hours of me playing that game. I'm not even kidding you. So, when you say full release, Fried, because I honestly still haven't gotten too far. Like, is it not finished yet? I know it's alpha or like beta or something right now, but you'll have time to play games. So Garrett, this was at like 11:30 last night. I was like, okay, you know what? I go to bed normally at 12. That's like been my go-to. Actually, lately 11. I was like, let me play half an hour. And then I was like, fuck, dude. 2:30 came around. I was like, shit, what happened to me, bro? More content. I think endgame content isn't done yet. Oh, I don't even think I'm ever going to get there, but God, it was so much fun. Oh, wait, this is so different. What the? Why is this so cute? Why is everything about this like that lining? I know. What the? Line Friends. So again, this is a client keyboard. It's so nice of them to label it too. Honestly, I would not have known. The colors of even the O-rings are cute. What the? Hold on. Let me grab all the stuff out of this first. They're line friends for sure. No wonder the lining is nice. Yeah, this is super cute. Hold on. What plate are we using today? I think the plate is up to me. Polypropylene or copper. I'm probably gonna say let's go with PP because copper. I don't know how the copper plate's gonna sound. I'm not confident with the copper decision. And there's 2 PCBs here. We're doing the soldered one today. But I'm not too confident in copper. So I think we're doing PP. Details were paid maximum attention. I know. Dude, this is so fancy. I feel like I'm opening the Rolls Royce of keyboards here. Now, this is actually a board. Also the PCB, super cute. Like, come on, bro. This apparently is a polycarbonate one. Oh, dude, look at this. I didn't even know there was a PC one. The PC is very well done on this. Look at that. What the? So is that etched in? That's interesting. Wow. Okay, oh, actually, is this bent? I'm a little concerned this accent is actually a little bit bent here, but actually, is it? No, it's not. Okay, I'm just going crazy. I'm just going crazy. Oh, this is pretty. So this is copper and polycarbonate. Wow. This is such a pretty looking keyboard. Oh, I don't know if it'll focus nicely. So nice. Thank you, Zeal. Thank you, dude. Today is the proper thank you. Well, this was done in collaboration, I believe. Like, it's officially licensed, but I believe this was actually designed. If I'm not incorrect on this, I'm pretty positive it was JJW. So the same person who's brought us the Cloudline and the derivative. So it does have a good, solid, designer within the hobby behind it. But it is a collaboration. God damn, this is hella cute though. And here's the weight on the back. Little line friends. Oh wait, is this a limited edition? I don't know if you guys can see the numbering on this. Oh, you really can't. It says Mino keys 5 out of 10. So I'm guessing this was a limited edition one. Ooh, I'm gonna have to take some photos of this. It's friends and family? I had no idea. Damn. More like 10 out of 10. All editions are limited. Very pretty. And I think everything's already installed in this keyboard as far as I know, but why doesn't Logitech just do that? They would literally bomb the market instead of bombing themselves. I mean, dude, Logitech took an alternative route. They don't like doing business anymore, so they just said, all right, let's pull up a 10-year-old keyboard and let's treat this as brand new. That's what Logitech did. They said, you know what? Let's take our time machines back 10 years, and then let's see what we can work with, everybody. They said, what's the keyboard everyone talks about? The GK61. But yeah, Logitech, questionable decisions. I mean, like, I understand why major brands don't do stuff like this. It's a lot of preference, and like, I don't know. I don't think major brands want to go through the, overhead of having to stock so many little things. But it would be really cool if a major brand did a collaboration with someone in the keyboard hobby already and made something super, super dope. But I don't know why that hasn't taken place yet. I have no idea. People are always sad about missing out on stuff. They're giving us all a chance to go back and buy what we missed. True. Absolutely. True. FOMO is real though. I believe we're doing the solderable PC. Now I hope to goodness this did not get damaged in transit. Well, actually, this didn't even transit, sorry. This was handed off to me. I believe this was a previously soldered PCB. Everything looks okay though, which is good. All right. Yeah, diodes all look in place. Perfect. the purple, and there's also a white PCB too. And I believe there's LEDs on. Actually, is there no LEDs on the? Oh, does the hot swap version not have LEDs? Oh, this version does. I see little LEDs in this one. Interesting. I didn't know they made two. It's missing the switches. Thanks, Adam. Two LEDs. Huh, interesting. The hot swap is brand new. How come they didn't decide to put LEDs in the hot swap version? That's interesting. I know there was non-polycarbonate units, but all right, let's do it this one. I guess let's just start by using our stabilizers. A little bit of stabs. Also, let me tell you guys an embarrassing story. I went to go lay down, and then I put my arm underneath my pillow, and I don't know. I just like did one of these. Like I just moved my body a little bit, and I dislocated my arm, and it popped right back in immediately. And it's not. I dislocated my arm when I was younger, like pretty badly, and it's been super like. So yeah, it was pretty painful today. Having a bit of trouble. Is there any chance that set of stabs might be too heavy for a given switch? It's usually not the stabilizers. It's usually the keycap. The stabs shouldn't matter at all. They're just gonna, help stabilize something. But no, not stabilizers. That'll be a keycap problem or just increase your spring. Sounds like a skill issue. Oh man. Yeah, it was pretty painful. PC top mount or aluminum O-ring for today? I think the client wanted O-ring. So I guess we'll give it a go, and then we can all switch it. It means you can just extend your arm. Yeah, wait, I guess so. It hurts so much when I did that though. Can we blame Adam for it? True. Honestly, we kind of should. Missed you, Alex. What's up, Kush? How you doing? Man, I am so excited for the Toronto meetup though. I don't think you guys know how much I've been kind of craving a meetup. Like I've just been craving some social interaction within the keyboard space, like in person. Feels like it's been a while. So this should be fun. Actually, do you have a preference on which stems we want to use for these? The pink would be kind of fun, but nope. Let's do the pink. Pink sounds fun. Vancouver had a meetup like a week and a half ago. It was very fun. I heard, I really wanted to go to that one there, but then I was like, let me dabble and see how much the the tickets are of flights to Vancouver. Why are Vancouver flights so expensive? Haven't popped in for a couple of streams, but hair game on point today. Really? I feel like, hey, realistically, what I want to do is I want to shave the sides back again. I think I'm going to leave the length of the top and kind of start growing that out a little bit. And then I really need to shave. I don't like having this at all. Like this has been, it's not itchy. It's just like, this sounds weird. It's just warm. And today's been warm and I don't know why I haven't shaved. So the mullet, I don't think I have the right hairdo for a mullet at the moment, but I rate the hair as it is. You look so fucking good, Alex. Thank you, Real. Appreciate you, man. Who remembers middle part Alex? Middle part Alex is lazy Alex. That's when my hair starts growing out and I don't want to cut it. We need lubricant. Where do we get my hair cut? I get it cut at home. Dude, Mofo Cat, let me tell you, bro, I don't know any good places anymore. And paying 40 to 50 bucks before tip for a haircut is actually insanity to me. So lately I just have not been doing it. Like, I know people need to be paid and I get it. Like, it's an art form. For what I want, it takes 5 minutes. So I bought myself a nice, clipper. And then basically we just do this. And that's all I ever want. So I remember one time I went to a local hair, when I moved into this new area, I went to a local barber. And I just got that done, and they told me $40, and I was like, I was literally in the chair for maybe 3.5 minutes. So after that, I was like, dude, I can't. I understand if you're in the chair for like 2 hours, that's different. But for what I need, makes no sense, dude. But yeah, it's so expensive, bro. Honestly, to save a few dollars, we just do it at home. It's just not worth going out to do it anymore. Low-key high schoolers in their garages charging 15 to 20 may be the move. There's a lot of like students who charge very little as well, and they're actually pretty good at doing it. I've never been to one. I've had friends who used to do that. But I'm in no way, shape, or form like you can pay whatever you want to pay to get whatever haircut you want. But for what I want, it's not, I don't know, man. I really don't feel like there's a skill involved with what I want. So it's just literally moving the blade from point A to point B. It's just an undercut. So I just did it myself. Highest is about 17, 18 pounds. Is that pounds or that's pounds, right? I'll cut your hair for free. Alex just dropped the Addy. Adam, why do you want to cut my hair? Adam, Adam, for free? That sounds pretty good. I cut my hair once every 6 months. Yeah, I think mine's done like once every 4 months too. Well, I have enough lube. No, let's just put more. I wouldn't trust Adam with short projects. Actually, true. Dude, I saw your old Mode 80 vid with GMK Darling on your mustache, and that vid was gnarly. I look back at that old mustache that I had. There's a reason why I had it, but then I kind of kept it. And I'm kind of grossed out that I even had that like giant caterpillar on my lip. I like the length of the beard we do now. It's much more classy. Alex cuts your hair and you will see an eBay posting for your hair. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? That'd be crazy. My hair stays just above my waist. Every other year. Oh, interesting. I would love to one day, try having long hair, but I feel like I don't have the... It's weird, like everyone has like a haircut, right? And I don't feel like my haircut is long hair. I've had long hair once before. The arc looks really nice on the cork. Oh, Megan, did you get a corky as well? Yeah, the corkies are kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie. They work with so many different keyboards. Although I have RGB turned on the Moon Tower right now, and I might turn the RGB off. I think it looks a little bit ridiculous. I did. It's nice though. It's super nice. Please do mutton chops. What the? Why do you want to see mutton chops on me? What the? I think the most ridiculous haircut I've ever had, though, is I went through it. I don't know why. I was trying to be trendy. I had the little man bun at one point, and it looked ridiculous on me. But at the time, I was like, dude, this looks so cool. And it did not look cool, dude. Are we confirming the appointment? You know what? I'm busy next week, Adam. Sorry for that. I'm gonna have to pass on your appointment. The cork mats are from Novel Keys. Pixar didn't happen. I'm certain if you go back enough on my clips, you can probably find one when I used to play Fortnite. I have a mullet right now. I'm so hyped for in 10 years to laugh at myself. My favorite part. I mean, yeah, that's the other part too. We all go through phases. Eventually we all find that haircut or that thing that we end up liking that just sticks. Line Friends build. I should have grabbed mine and built along. Oh, have you not built yours yet? I'm laughing at platinum hair already. I actually, when I had I guess mine was kind of like a platinum or white hair. Dude, I kind of liked it. It's just, I don't think I'd do it again because it's kind of I've never had my hair dyed in the past. It was the only time I've ever done it. I don't think I'll ever do it again just because it's kind of expensive to do. And then it didn't really last that long. It grows out so quick, and then, I don't know, to keep all that maintenance going on for hair color is It's kind of ridiculous. And then I remember I didn't use the purple shampoo like once or twice, and it made my hair really yellow, and I'm just like, this is just so much maintenance. Bro, just do it at home, what the fuck? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to do that stuff. Honestly, maybe I'll do it again one day. You gotta use the purple shampoo? Yeah. I just remember I ran out one day and I was just like, oh, now what? I'm going to the Toronto meetup. Never mind, somehow I have a doctor's appointment on the weekend. I'm waiting on gray hairs to spread. I'm the only girl in my family that has, in my 30s with no white hairs. Hey, you know what? Maybe could have hit the genetic, not lottery per se, but you could have hit that genetic pool that doesn't have it, you know? I think I'm lucky in a way too, because my hair, it's the same color as always been. My beard though is kind of matching whatever, like all the other men in my family around this age. They got like the salt and pepper everywhere, but for whatever reason, it's just my beard. I don't know. It's interesting. Meanwhile, my hair has been dyed since 2016. Man, I feel like that's, Megan, props to you. I feel like there's a lot of work. Like I said, I had it done one time ever, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. Damn, man, I wish I can give you a straight answer here for the protagonist. I just don't know. Hasn't been shipped out yet. It's a beautiful looking board, though, for real. Soon, I hope. What IEMs are these? These are Campfire Andromedas. It's back when I was into the audio hobby. Actually, I went to go pick up another pair of IEMs. Not for me. It was for my girlfriend. And it was just a cheap little pair of IEMs, just because she wanted something. And had the most, I don't know, it was such an awesome conversation with one of the salespeople at Bay and Blow Radio. I haven't been there in years, but it was really nice. The gentleman was very knowledgeable about IEMs. It was actually fun having a conversation with someone in the audio hobby who is so nice. Not super pretentious, because I feel like a lot of the people I've had conversations with an audio hobby, it's kind of like this. This is how my normal interactions with audio hobby people go. It's, oh yeah, like I was into the audio, like me acting as me now. I was into it. I have these IMs and it's like immediately, it's not like, oh, how are you enjoying them? Oh my God, that's awesome. Like, I'm so happy for you. It's immediately like, why'd you buy these? You could have bought these. They're way better value. Or these are what you should. And I'm just like, oh my God, dude. Like this, it's just like immediately, oh, you bought the wrong thing. And I'm just like, oh my God. The first time I dyed it was 10 hours in the chair. My hair was down at my waist. Oh my God. 10 hours? Huh? My butt would have went numb for sure. Why aren't you using 2011 Apple earbuds? Why'd you buy items of your phone as sound for free? Yeah, why are you even listening to music? You can produce music for free. Just sing, forehead. You know what happens when you talk to people who are knee-deep in a hobby? Same thing as keyboards? Honestly, same thing with keyboards too. I've definitely noticed there's different pockets of people where if you mention a keyboard, it's why didn't you get this instead? Or you should have got this. Just immediately shitting on your decisions. Exhausting. You can literally just whistle. Yeah. Oh my God. Alex, what is the PC board you're using? This is called the Moon Tower. If you want something, I mean, the Moon Tower you can't get anymore, but if you want something that's like polycarbonate and looks just as good, look at the Tofu 65. They have a polycarb version. I think it's still up for sale, and that's a pretty nice contender for a polycarbonate keyboard. Not quite at 60%. Or the Crush. The Crush is up for sale too right now, I think. Yeah. Yeah, IEMs have been the best thing for when I play on. Yeah, they're so good. Do you have custom ones, Ghost? I've heard a lot of people who actually do performances get custom ones done, and I heard they're amazing. Alex, what are your thoughts on the mode Encore, pre-building it? Oh, this is a tough one, Neon. I don't know how to answer this properly other than it looks really nice. That's the only thing I can tell you. Like, it looks cool, and I can't wait to build it. But that's all I can really say. I don't really have any thoughts. Like, I just like the way it looks. Matthew's an awesome person. I think the guy behind it's cool. You know, the other company that's producing it's cool, Mode. But it's the Kim. Thank you so much for the tier 1 for 3 months. I really appreciate it. Thank you, dude. I'm personally an audio hobbyist. Still, I can tell you that the Andromedas are good, especially for films. I've had a lot of IEMs. I ultimately stuck with these ones here, and I got rid of most of the other IEMs. And the ones that I've kept, I've just slowly given to friends that just need IEMs. Like, I think I sent Oak a pair. I think I sent them Zens Up, the Mangard Zens Ups I wasn't using. And then the only other pair I have left in my possession, but it's broken, are the Sony IER Z1Rs. Those, I am so disappointed those are broken. And Sony wants to charge the price of the IEM to fix it. So it's just not worth fixing it. And it's so infuriating. However, I forgot to do this, but a friend did offer, like, there's apparently a repair center in Japan that would fix it. I've just been really lazy and haven't sent them out to be fixed. Just because I also found them extremely uncomfortable. So I just never fixed them. What the? Mod me, I would never do that. Honestly, I would never do that. I know you're joking though, right? No, Marcos, I actually kind of stopped the audio hobby. It was just too much diminishing returns. And I don't know, it's not a hobby that was very hands-on either. So it's not like fun, like it's not like a project you can do like keyboards. So I ultimately got a little burnt out with the hobby. And I think the community behind it at the time, it's probably changed now, but just a little much. Me something. I was told these are amazing for on-stage monitoring, but they plop out frequently. I guess I sweat a lot. Or, please no one make a joke about what I'm going to say. You need to change the tips that you use. Tips can actually make a huge difference in IEMs. In terms of just how comfortable they are, if they pop out of your ears. They're a pretty big deal. Finding the right tip for you. Oh God, why am I talking about this? My girlfriend said the same thing last night. I feel you there with diminishing returns, Alex, and audio. I got super high in DAP, and honestly, I could barely tell a difference. Dude, I tell this story often, but I got so into the audio rabbit hole, okay, that I convinced myself that I needed to buy a cryo-frozen, this silver lining from the depths of Mordor, fucking cable for my Odyssey LCD2s at the time. So I went to go buy this thing, plug it in, and it was like $120, $130 just for like this short run of cables. And it sounded the exact same as the stock cable that came with it. But then you look at the forum and everyone's like, bro, but the definition, like it expands it, blah, blah, blah. And then I think that was the point when I realized, fuck, I am dumb. I am super dumb, and I should stop giving in to what people say online for the audio stuff. It's called delusion, pretty much. I thought you were going to say it didn't work and you had to bend the cable like those Apple earbuds back in the day. No, it just sounded exactly the same as a regular cable. It was so bad. Salter TKL, I don't know. Too much copium? I haven't heard that one there, Phoenix. That's how I feel about Beats by Dr. Dre. They sound like cheap $10 earphones you get for free. The two best headphones I've ever tried, like earbuds rather, or IEMs, believe it or not, the Apple Pros are fantastic. I don't think you really need anything past that, to be honest. And if you want something wired that's just more comfortable, because I do feel like the Apple AirPods, like they're not super comfy. There's a whole bunch of different IEMs you can buy nowadays. I still think the Andromedas I'm wearing now are amazing. Hey Alex, got into keyboards literally this month because of a friend that was wondering if you have any recommendations for first buys. So I haven't tried the Rainy 75.
Hello, friend.
Hi, how you doing, Koala? Thank you so much for 22 months, dude. But the Mode 65 I have tried, and believe it or not, I was using up until the stream because I just wanted to switch to the Moon Tower for the stream. It is really good. I really like the Mode 65. I think you'd enjoy it too. So it's definitely something I would recommend. It'd be amazing. I think you said that your first keyboard, right? It'd be amazing first keyboard. In fact, I would even pick up like a little hot swap PCB so you can try out some different switches. And then maybe if you get finalized and you really want to try something more permanent, you know, solder keyboards are definitely a fun little task or a project you can do in the hobby as well. Not necessary, but just I find it fun. Min max it. Typing this on my Salvation, the build experience was a bit complex, but now I have it together. I'm very happy. It's a very nice keyboard as well. Would you say the Zoom TKL is a bad board to start in the hobby? No. I don't think there's such a thing as a bad keyboard. I think at one time in the hobby, maybe I would have been a little bit more ignorant and said, oh, don't buy something expensive. Like, don't ruin yourself for the hobby, but buy whatever you want for your first keyboard. It could be a literal $3,000 keyboard. Who cares? At the end of the day, it's your money. You do what you want to do to enjoy it. But if you want my recommendation, just buy something where you feel like your heart is set. My recommendation with buying things is not just like, imagine you're like, okay, well, I'm making things up. I really want the Moon Tower, but I can't afford it right now. And I want it, maybe I'll get a Zoom instead. Don't buy the Zoom. If you know you want this, just save your money for this. Don't buy all the steps up. It'll end up costing you a lot more. And just a lot of time and heartbreak in between, right? But anyways, just buy the things you want, man. As long as you're financially okay, That's all I care about in this world. Just make sure you guys are financially all right. Yeah, I think it's better to skip right to the one you want. Yeah, me too. I agree. I think there's definitely a experience and journey you can have by buying, everything. But that's for people who want to do that and have the financial means to do that. Have you used the Numa anymore since you built it? No, it's sitting on my little photo area back there, and I have to take pictures. But I have not had a chance to really use it. I'm actually going through my last pace with the Neo Ergo. The article should be done tomorrow. I was hoping to get it up tomorrow, but I don't think I can get the article up and running on the website. I think it's going to be a little bit too rushy. Honestly, I did the first draft of the article, and that's why I'm not 100% happy with it. Just like my wording for things. So I have to go back and retype it all and stuff. Give it another pass through. Yeah, for the Neo Ergo. Spoiler, there's not a lot at all to criticize with the damn board, so you're saying you were having trouble getting it up. I'm sorry, Alex. Please don't be mad at me. I like how Adam just took that from what I was saying. You know what, Adam? See you later, buddy. Oof. I have trouble getting it up. Although someone did want a slightly cheaper first keyboard, the Envoy's pretty reasonable. I'm joking, Adam. You're untimed out. It's just a joke. Yeah, I mean, Envoy's reasonable too. There's lots. Cleaning my car and listening to your life lessons is always therapeutic. Thank you, JP. How's the car cleaning going? Cleaning is therapeutic too, actually. It's very therapeutic. I did a bunch of that today. I don't know, man. I wasn't having it today with my room. Too much stuff everywhere. I think, by the way, little side note, I think I'm fully, I'm now cutting off completely a few of some of like the other services I was offering. One of the services was, I mentioned this to you guys before, but like same day turnaround stuff for keyboard stuff. I'm not going to offer that anymore. Just, it's way so complex. It's too complex and like too rushed, and I never get to like fully give a keyboard its like paces. So I always feel like the keyboard's never 100% when the customer gets it in that case, and I just no good way around it, you know. I don't like this wire at all. I might get you a new wire. Look at this. It's flat, but it's also curved. It feels like it's curved downwards. Is it, or is it just me? Is it an optical illusion? It is, right? It's definitely curved. Yeah, I'm gonna get you a new wire. Okay. This wire is, I'm not liking that at all. Let me go get my collection of wires. It does look at that sussy. Okay, buddy. You know what I did out of boredom the other day? I was reading something or watching something to learn something, and then I flattened and straightened all of my 7 new wires in my box. I'll put this back in your case. You know, it's flat. It's just bent like a smile. I don't know how to describe it well. The design is very human. Oh my god, not that TikTok. But the desk is curved though. Oh my god, dude. I'm never gonna live this one down. Listen here, buddy. Looks like a grin though. Yeah, this one here is perfect. Beautiful. Just double checking. Hey, you know what? We do things right the first time, right? Some people might enjoy the curve more. Oh, is it? Curve for ergonomics? What are your thoughts on the SAT75X? Oh, dude, I almost forgot that was a thing. Is that coming out soon? I mean, it's exciting. It's a very, I don't want to use the word legendary, but I mean, the SAT75 definitely has some history in the hobby. So ultimately, it's a cool project. For those unaware, I really do think the SAT75, correct me if I'm wrong, it definitely started a wave in the hobby of 75% keyboards with a knob and a screen. I think that was like what kind of started, you know, like what kicked off the race for keyboards like that. And it's funny because the SAT75 itself, like up until recently when they've kind of introduced new plates to it, when they only had the one plate, which I think was brass at the time, I always thought the board sounded so bad. It was never my thing, but late July sale for it. Oh, that should be fun. I've been designing a keyboard for a while now, and I've tried to make something truly unique. I started with a top mount, but instead of screwing the plate to the top, I put some little foam pads on it and put it on a top mounting post instead. I think you're going to love it. I would love to take a look at that, Real Scrubs. Do you want me to take a look at it? Sounds fun. I like unique designs in keyboards. Like, I like seeing what people come up with because, you know, we all make the hobby up, you know? I'm kidding, that's gasket mount. Okay, you know what, Real Scrubs? I was just trying to, you know, I'm just trying to be nice and, like, you know what? I still think if it was, you know, it's whatever. If you still want to show me whatever you're doing, Real Scrubs, I'm still down, man. I think the knob was introduced to annoy... Oh, my God. You know what, Wingy? But $111 for it's not bad for the SAT75X. What a swindle. I know, right? 111, not bad. You know what I asked to take a look at too? The transition light. I reached out to them and asked if I can take a look because that one there looks really interesting as well. What's your thought on copper plates? I haven't really got any. They're cool. They're not for me though. Classic Scrubs moment. Copper plate is so nice. Yeah, I mean, like, they're not for me, but I can appreciate people who like them. Oh no. I really hope this... Is this not gonna work? It is. It's just going to be super tight. Boy, oh boy. I don't think this is going to work. We might have to... It's super tight. Yes, that was what she said. All right. I'm hoping... And now, this is a soft material, so I'm really doubting it will, but I'm also... Like, there might be an off chance these stabs might have too much pressure around them. Actually, it should be okay. I don't feel any sort of anything. Okay, we should be fine. Should be being keyword. The stabs are going to hate you. I know, I'm always a little nervous with TX stabs. No, I don't have any of... I gave away a lot of the keyboards I have, so I don't have a lot left. Just some random odds.
Hey,
ends,
Alex.
you know?
I'm back again.
Hey!
Brother, my life keeps changing, bro, lol. Last time I was here I told you about me getting an apprenticeship, and now I have 2 part-times and I'm saving to travel, lol.
Dude. I mean, that's
well,
really
anyway,
cool too.
that's a little update. I
Hell
must
yeah,
stay
bro.
for a little while like normal. Love you, Alex. Keep doing you.
KTR, man. Where are you planning on traveling to, bro? I mean, that sounds fun, dude. Honestly, like, I kind of want to get some of that stuff into. Like, I've been having these kind of cravings to go take photos of stuff that isn't the city. So I'm trying to figure out and slot in something to do somewhere down the road that's obviously not going to be an arm and a leg. Like, I looked up some prices to, like, Switzerland and stuff. I'm just like, what's that cost? And I was like, oh my god, this is so much money. But yeah, I kind of want to start saving as well. I'm craving doing something other than taking pictures of the city. Another national park? Maybe. That'd be really fun too. Mango, this is why I requested one, because it seems like such a crazy deal at $50. It's hard to tell, I don't know yet. Both arms and legs? Yeah, I know. Switzerland is mad? Yeah. So, but I really want to see it. Have you been to Alberta? Technically, yes. I went to Banff. That was my first ever vacation I've ever taken, which was... I went for a week. Was it last year? Last year. First vacation ever in my entire life. It was really fun. No, these should be the Zinhais. I've been to Quebec, but never as a vacation. I went there for work a bunch of times when I had to go in and out of like different stores for Quebec when I was doing fitness photography. Although I've heard there's some really beautiful places in Quebec as well. Thanks for affirmation. I'm thinking of traveling to Europe as a bit, but either France or Denmark. France would be really cool. Denmark would actually be super cool too, especially if you have friends there. Probably bring the camera as well. Hell yeah, dude. If you have friends, I feel like that makes traveling a different beast, you know? You get that extra memory of going somewhere, which I think is super awesome. Portugal? You know where I really want to go? Listen here. I really want to go to Lake Como in Italy. Only because I really just want to take a picture of me in the spot where Anakin said to Padme that he hates sand. That's literally the only reason I want to go. That's it, bro. And then I'll leave. Alex, I went on a trip with family years back, and I randomly took a pop figure with me and took photos. As if the figure was also on vacation. It's a running gag. That is so awesome, dude. We buried it in the sand, drank beers with us, and went hiking with me. That's super cool. Yeah, having that little thing too, that's an extra memory, bro. That'd be such a flex. Come to my house instead. You can stand wherever you want. Sounds good, real. I've been. It's so beautiful. It does look like, on a non-troll note, it does look gorgeous. I don't know how much it would be to go to Lake Como, but it's very nice. How about Prince Edward Island? I'd like to see the Anne of Green Gables farm there. I mean, there's definitely some more spots within Canada I'd love to go as well. I have a friend. Oh man, I need to message him. I have a friend who goes up north sometimes to take pictures of the Northern Lights. He goes I think he goes pretty frequently. Or frequently enough to the point where I feel like he always updates me with photos. That'd be super cool. I feel like I have some actual like good camera gear now that I could take advantage of that with. Especially because I'm shooting medium format now. So that'd be super, super cool one day. Just got to get my my ducks in line, I guess, as it were. You can see the Northern Lights in North Canada. I'm assuming that's where he goes. He goes up north to see lights of some sort. I don't know where he goes exactly. But Canada is actually a pretty big landmass, so you'd be surprised how far north you can go. Yeah. North Canada is very, very far north for sure. It's huge. Yeah, it's huge. Definitely is. Is this it is windkeyless. Okay. Banff is cool. Banff is really fun. I'd go again to Banff. Only because when we went, it was a bunch of us went, but the weather was, I think there was one really nice sunny day. And that, not for nothing. I feel like most of the days were typical Toronto weather, typical Canada weather where it's been super cloudy. So I'd like to go again when there's some nice sunshine. Visit Iceland. Northern Lights every day, all year. That's another one that's on my bucket list too, man. For real. I stay in Canmore. I think that's what we ended up doing. I think we stayed in Canmore. There's a lot of places. Trust me. In my fantasy land of going places, I've already I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit weird for this, but I've already been like, yeah, if I go here, I'll take this camera and this piece of gear. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of places I really want to go, but Tesla stabs before soldering? I am. We're going to go put in all the switches first, because that also affects plate as well. Proposed to my wife in Iceland on a crater. What? That's crazy. Tell me you have some pretty sweet photos of that. Tell me you do. I grew up in Northern Ontario, and people can't get over how picturesque it is, but I barely pay attention because it's all I know. Well, it's like people who come to Toronto, right? People who come to Toronto say it's like a beautiful city and stuff, but I look at sometimes the streets and I'm like, bro, this looks like trash. It's just, you get so used to it, What's your camera gear looking like these days? How many different cameras and lenses do you have? So I shoot mainly with Fuji stuff for work purposes. And then for Fuji, I got it on a stellar deal, like insane deal. I'm using a GFX 100S, not the new one. The new one is like triple the price, the 102. And then for like walk around photos, I use a Leica. And then recently I've been using another little camera system that I traded in some gear for, which I don't know. I think I'm at an all-time low with camera stuff right now because I don't have any. I have 2 lenses in my little bucket there. That's it. I got rid of everything else. Nothing else exists in my camera collection anymore. I see this one photographer on TikTok who people hire to pretend to be a random stranger with a camera on a trail and ask him to take a photo of them. Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Has Alex revealed the new camera system? Didn't I tell you guys? I thought I did. But yeah, I've seen those videos too. Yeah, it's the Hasselblad one. I'm trying that out. Although, we'll see if we end up keeping it. Photography is so expensive, my wallet hurts, man. Yes, it does. It is so pricey, and truth be told, like I'm at a point, like I said, of all-time low. Like I've been shooting with cameras like professionally and as hobby for the last like God knows how many years. I went through almost every system except for Canon. Like I've tried everything. And I made like when I was shooting with Nikon, I had like the most insane lens collection because my work basically had like let me have a budget, and it was all mine to keep too. So I got so lucky. The job didn't pay much, but it paid with like perks of camera equipment basically. It was a little above minimum wage, but they bought so much stuff for me. And then I traded in a lot. I sold a lot of the Nikon gear to fund a bunch of Sony stuff, which, believe it or not, I at the time had, dude, so many lenses and stuff for Sony because I traded in all my Nikon stuff. And then I hated Sony. So I ended up, the body for the Sony, I had only the A7R2. That wasn't worth much at all, but all the lenses they had were worth something. But I never sold any of them for some weird reason. So they've all just been sitting around, and finally got into getting rid of everything that I don't need. So this is what I'm using at the moment for some of the keyboard shots I'm doing. But yeah, this is it. It's this, my one other camera system with one extra lens, and then all the Fuji stuff is already on all the Fuji cameras. Nothing else. Have I uploaded any pictures with it? I mean, just some keyboard photos. It's been like a mix. The thing is, here's the thing, right? Where's my Fuji? Oh, it's behind me. It's hard to compete with like doing keyboard photos and then not having a macro lens. I've been so, my workflow is so addicted to using a macro lens that it's just like, I don't think I can get rid of not having one. And actually, believe it or not, I was actually looking into the Hasselblad macro system, and it's just sold out everywhere. It's not super pricey, and I can just trade in something else because you can find some used ones, but no one has anything. So I just gave up with that. You guys also need a macro lens so you get spicy pics? What the? I don't think there is, unfortunately, Techiem. I haven't looked at it. Macro lens sitting in a tree. I know, it's so, you need to use it, you know? I'm sorry, what? Spicy pics reel, what the heck? That's crazy to me. All right. Oh, let's test these stats first. Telephoto on a body backwards is a macro lens. Yeah, it's super awkward to do that though, especially with some of the heavier gear. You know, pictures of hot peppers. Although, actually, I'm lying to you guys. There is one extra thing I need to figure out with, which is these are all broken. They're all dead, and I just can't bring myself to. Because like up till now, it's been mostly trading things in, and I haven't had to put much of my own money into things. But I can't. I don't know, man. I don't want to spend $1,500 after tax to fix some cameras. Like, it's so much money. Honestly, I probably should have just used some of the money from like selling some of the lenses and stuff to fix those. I understand that, but I feel like so weird just wanting to fix it. Well, you know what? I read somewhere that one of the problems I was having with the cameras is apparently you can just open it up and then check if something's slightly disconnected, which I might do because I don't think I'm going to fix them. What's the board that's plugged into your desk? It is a Moon Tower. Nope. So, okay. I have a lot of broken stuff, huh? The two cameras, they did come back with an actual quote, and they basically told me it would be about $1,100 before tax, assuming nothing else is wrong with the cameras, for both of them, which is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I don't know, man. Like, Kenny, it's still too expensive. And then the Sony ones, I don't think I'm going to fix those, although a friend of mine did tell me about someone in Japan who can fix them that only costs like $50-$60 to fix. I just haven't got around to shipping them. But Sony doesn't do repairs. I don't know if you guys know this, by the way. Sony doesn't do repair, like they don't have like a repair center. They have people they contract out to do Sony stuff. I didn't know this. So Sony put me in contact with a third-party authorized Sony fixer person, and they didn't know anything about the thing I asked them to fix, which is fine. Like, I'm not criticizing them. They looked it up, and apparently, long story short, Sony doesn't even offer parts for the thing that I wanted to fix. The only thing they offer is buying a whole new IEM. Like, the one IEM that's dead, they'll let me buy that one IEM at the cost of the IEM. So I just kind of shook my head, and I'm just like, well, why? I can't even fix it. Oh, let me get some keycaps. I got up for no reason. Somebody that used to work with Sony, Sony was way more of a bank than anything. Really? What do you mean by that? I don't know. I've had really... I know some people said they had... Oh, I'm just going to grab anything right now. Some people have told me they had some really good experiences with Sony. I don't know how anyone's had good... Like, I've only had problems with them. The Sony haters here. Totally understand people can have different preferences and biases, but I don't know, man. Every piece of Sony equipment I've had where I've tried to get help with, I get passed along and passed along and passed along. Nope. I'm a Sony shill. I mean, again, no hate to anyone who likes anything at all, but you're gonna hear some rattling. That's just the switches bouncing up and down. The most important thing is just the actuate. Biggest online bank in Japan, so they make a lot of money. It's like giving loans and trusts. What the? It's Sony, what do you expect? Serious question, what do you need help with? I shoot video for a living and I use them every day. I haven't really had any issues. Do I have them here? Here, let me show you. Let me get it for you. Hold on. What? Bounce at me? What the? Okay. So, this is going to be very difficult to look at because it's super small. So this is the one that's working. Oh, this is the one that's working. These IEMs here from Sony. These are their flagship IEMs. So you see that little pin on the inside right there? I know my camera's shaking. I apologize. See that little pin on the inside of the MMCX connector right there? See that? Well, that pin on this side doesn't exist. And there's all this weird residue, which apparently is a known issue with these IEMs. It's just one day I took the cables out because the cables they felt weird, like they felt like glue. And I was like, why do the cables feel weird? Like the stock cables it came with. And it was like, there was like residue on my skin and stuff. And I took it out, and yeah, it just completely like it broke. Yeah, MMCX connectors or whatever. Ooh, whatever, I dropped it, I don't give a shit. And then this one here works, but I mean, honestly, like, these things here, like, they were kind of a gift to me, and they meant a lot to me because like, they're special, but Sony's been kind of they're pretty. Sony's been kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, though. Again, like, I'm not about to spend $1,000 to fix this. That's grody? Yeah, it was weird. It's the weirdest thing, and I don't know what it is. Whoever... Dude. Yeah, who needs to hear both sides anyways? 2-pin connectors have better durability. Yeah, I agree with actually the 2-pin connectors versus the MMCX. I had another pair of MMCX ones that the cable would just always fall out of. Let's solder. Anyways, that's my story. I don't mean to complain, but... poor scrubs. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, and they told me they couldn't fix that one part. But then, again, another repair center who's not affiliate with Sony said, yeah, we can fix it for $50. So it's just funny. Do you have any tactile builds planned? Not personal ones, no. You have some weird camera luck? Oh, cool. I don't have any problems with the Sony cameras. It's just the IEMs. That's all. I'm sure if it was a camera piece, they could fix it. It's just the Sony IEMs, that's all. What are your thoughts on knobs? To each their own. Everyone can like anything they want. Or dislike, for that matter. Oh shit, what was that? Something dropped outside and it sounded like glass. Alright, let's solder everything in. But do you like them? It depends. I mean, it depends on the board, right? Does the board look classy with it? I'm not too sure. It really depends on the board I'd be building. I'd rather have a knob than a badge, to be honest. I guess, yeah, the knob is more functional. Yeah, Seabass, they are. There's other ones. You know, I've really... Question on the vent, would it be cheaper to take two 140mm fans and have a charcoal foam block, like a fish tank, and connect that to a 4-pin? Some people do that. They literally just buy, like, fans and then just do it like that. I think it just really depends on your setup. I think ultimately, having the window open is still probably, like, one of the best moves you can make, so... Knob only if a exploded layout, but otherwise I want my clean rectangles. True, actually. If it was up to me, I would have no badges, no knobs, nothing like that. Nothing. I'm eyeballing one that's got a joystick. Okay, wait. The joystick knobs are kind of sick, though. Like the Evolve, those are kind of sick, though. That's the one. Yeah, the Evolve's sick. Knob only. Oh, I already them there. I don't have badge, but I do have a knob. I mean, most people end up. You know what I noticed too? Most people end up figuring out ways to kind of de-badge their keywords. I've seen. That's what I said, Seabass. But whatever. It's okay. Take it as a lesson, I guess. Do you use lead-free solder? Is there much? Yes, there is. Lead-free solder I've worked with 2 or 3 times out of a request for certain builds, and it's a little bit different. It's not harder or easier. I feel like it's just different to solder. Maybe it is a slight bit trickier. I think the biggest difference for me is when I had to desolder lead-free. That was a bit weird. Value for money, less selection / quality, innovation, user base is enough to keep me back to Sony cameras. I do love this conversation. Oh, for Sony cameras? I have no issue with the Sony cameras. I think Sony makes still some of the best autofocus on the market. I mean, like, can't even compete with that right now. I don't think you can anyways, unless you go with LiDAR or something. Who said that? Confused? Thank you so much, dude. However, I'm also someone who's really into workflow. And the RAW files, when I was shooting Sony, the RAW files that came out of Sony cameras were just extremely boring. And I don't know, just wasn't my thing. Like, I think when you get into cameras enough, you kind of like find what's your thing. So this was really my thing, and I kind of hated working with them, like the Sony files. So yeah, I don't know. Gave up on that. There was nothing, like, it was very clinical, and I get some people love that. And I found myself always editing to go orange and teal, orange and teal. I actually don't even shoot Fuji JPEGs anymore. I just shoot everything in RAW. Like, I went through a Fuji JPEG thing, and then I realized, I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know what, there's some magic still in the RAW files I like, but... Desoldering lead-free is insanely hard and messy. Oh, dude, I almost ruined my desoldering gun like that. Orange and teal. Yeah. Okay, guys. You know what with the raw thing? Please, bro. You know what's funny is the same argument can be made with keyboards, right? Just like we talk about how like different cameras have different, like, you know, they have like magic to them that suits your preferences more. Same thing with keyboards. Are there any keyboard solder practice boards? You know there used to be. I think it's literally called the Practice 65. And then technically you can just pick up any old PCB and learn to practice on that too. Any old PCB will work. But I think it's called the Practice 65 is, if I remember what it was called correctly. Straight to the point? I can't? Yeah, it's literally called that. Ever film with red or anything? That's where things start to get crazy. So Cole, I actually don't really do filming. Like, I'm not really like a videographer. But I like taking pictures. I think video is a totally different world that I can't really wade too much into because I don't really know much about it. Keycult sells practice kits, but they're a bit spendy. What the? I've never soldered before. Any tips? I'll give you 2 pointers. When it comes to soldering, the first pointer I can give you is you can always add more solder. So take your time with it. There's no need to rush. If it means you only put a little bit and you don't get those perfect mountains like you see on everyone's photos, don't worry about it. You can always go in and add a little bit more. Also, thank you, KT. I appreciate your prime here. Thank you so much. And then the second thing is just take your time, like have fun. Try not to make it too serious. I think the moment you start sweating about it and you start putting too much weight in, if you're doing a good job, is when mistakes start to happen. So just take a breath and, you know, it's easy at the end of the day. Why is Alex so precious? Alex, you're so cute. Why? Just thing, why so serious? Oh my gosh. I swear that advice works for everything in this hobby. Oh, just take your, less is more? Yeah, less is more is the biggest piece of advice I can give anyone in this hobby. I've done that, Marcos. I've definitely soldered in a bent pin, but luckily I have desoldering gear, but actually, here, small little tip I can give you guys actually. Before you actually go to push the solder in, do this with your iron really quick. There's going to be a pin, and if you push down, your iron stops because the pin's there. So if you notice that you're doing this, like I'll just kind of show, like if it just flings forward and you're kind of like, oh, there's no pin, then that means you've bent something. Do that before each one like this, and then you can go and solder in. Just quickly see if it's there. Make that like a habit, and hopefully that works. Thanks for indulging my camera talk. Cole, you don't have to worry about it. I love talking about stuff. If you guys ever have camera questions, stuff like that, you let me know. Conversation's always open table here. I just hope everyone's having fun. Question, be mine? Huh? What is an iron? Oh, leave me alone. If I put too much solder, just lick it off forehead. Ew. Gonna be renting some lenses for my Fuji soon. I'm gonna be using the Tamron 17-70. Tamron. I haven't used Tamron lenses in a while. Sigma makes some amazing lenses. 56mm 1.4 sounds fun. What Fuji are you using? XT2, very nice.
Hey Alex, you can practice on me.
Ardang, are you going to the meetup? Today's stream I've learned Alex likes raw and classy knobs. Okay there, buddy. Sigma lenses are so clinical, though. I don't know how else to describe it. No, they are. They're very... every Sigma lens I've ever used doesn't really have like a... I don't know. I feel like this is pretentious. But it doesn't have character. It just takes a shot very good. Like, it's very, like, good at just taking a picture, and it looks like what you get, you know, in real life. There's no, like, magic flair about it, but I get it. I know the owner, cool guy. This Sigma, right? Apparently he's such a cool guy. I've heard stories that he's, was it that he took over the company from his father and really turned the company around, right? I think that's how the story goes. He did wonders for the brand. Oh, Unikeys? Oh, okay. I thought you meant Sigma. Are we allowed to bring the suitcase to the meetup? I think someone told me the limit's 4 keyboards. Thanks way so much. Appreciate you, man. I love my 35 mil 1.4. Bro, that lens there is a steal. I got mine on basically discount for like $200. That lens is so good. That'll actually be one of the lenses that I always have for my Fuji cameras. I don't think I'll ever get rid of that. Apparently, one thing I think Fuji's kind of dumb for. Bro, did you guys hear? I don't know if anyone here is Fuji fans. They're discontinuing the kit lens. Like, they're amazing kit lens that I've always said. Like, these are kit lenses, by the way. They're 16 to 50, what is it, 55? I don't know why they're discontinuing them. I read about it. I don't know how true it is, but it's so smooth. I did see that big oof. Yeah. So I don't know if they're replacing it with a new one, but very, very silly decision in my books. If there's one complaint I have with third-party lenses with Fuji, no aperture rings. I don't think I've actually purchased a I don't have many Fuji lenses. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Fuji is actually a camera brand I only got into because of Basic Builds, who used to stream. So I had no idea. Is it variable aperture? It is. But it was just such good quality. Like, it was such a good quality, like, I don't know, this lens is matte. Like, to me, this is like an amazing, amazing lens. You can see the brightness shift there because I changed it. Oh God, why is it so shaky today? Fujinon are nice for cheap. There's some nice Fuji lenses. Never had a solder PCB. Do the switches have any movement in them prior to switching? They do. That's why usually when you flip them over, you want to push them down. There's other tips and tricks that you can do to kind of make sure everything's flush. I know I say this all the time, but I like to repeat things just in case someone's watching for the first time. It's very important when you're doing switches that you push the switch in and make sure it's flush to the PCB. Even technically in hot swap boards, if that's not fully flush, you'll hear an odd sound, but it's very important. Like, you want to make sure everything's sitting flush. Any dream lenses you want to purchase? There are a few, but I think I'm fortunate enough to have like the stuff that I want right now. I think there's only one other lens I'd want in the future, which is probably going to be like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind it, but it's also something I'm not dying for. It's like a 90 mil, but I'm also not dying for it. It's the Sumi. I think it's an Apple Sumaphone. Very expensive though. Bougie people in here, I'm loving all of it. Audio camera and key talks, yeah. So I decided to look into Fuji kit lens being discontinued. It seems like it's from a blog. Take it with a grain of salt. Oh, is it? And I saw it on, it popped up on Reddit for me. I don't know why I assume Reddit's true, but kind of smudge though if they do. It's such a good value lens. I still say you do a few photography streams. People are into your thoughts and perspectives. At least a couple out of every dozen streams get taken over by photography and camera related discussions. Yeah, today's one of those days, huh? I don't know, it's fun to talk about. I just don't know how I would do one in practice. But they're very fun to talk about. I'm by no means a super professional, by the way. Like, I think there are very talented people in the photo world. I'm very much like a hobbyist these days. What key you'd show a person who knows nothing? Oh, that's a great question. Hold on. What key would you show a person who knows nothing about the hobby? Oh, that's a great question. See, okay, you'd have to think about it like this, right? You'd want to show them something that would capture their interest in the hobby. But you also wouldn't probably want, like, I don't know, I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Do you show them something like super bougie, super expensive? Or do you show them something that's more entry-level price-wise and makes more sense so it doesn't seem too overwhelming? I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like, okay, when I got introduced to the hobby, I was looking at boards. I mean, there wasn't really many, but like the Rama boards and stuff like that were like some of the Grail stuff, and I was like, ooh, these are cool. But what captured my attention was the acrylic boards. Like the stuff with RGB, believe it or not. So maybe we show them something with RGB, like something polycarbonate. So maybe, just maybe, it all comes back to the Tofu 65 or the Tofu 60 with RGB in it. Maybe it always comes back to the tofu in the end. We can never escape this as a hobby. I don't know if I'd show them a Corsa. Because you know what? Okay, here's my other takeaway. Do you show them something they can't get? And that's where I feel like you don't, right? I feel like you don't show them something that, like, how would you guys feel if I showed you the Lions Friend board and been like, look how cool this thing is. It's amazing. It's the best keyboard ever. And you're like, holy shit, this is. I want one. And then I go, sorry, you can't have one. I think you'd feel pretty shitty, right? But if you show them something that's like available, and then you can be like, oh yeah, you can actually buy this right now. That makes more sense, right? Savage? I don't think I'm being savage. I think I'm being very realistic right now. Check out my Dell keyboard. PC mode Envoy. I think showing them something polycarbonate's the move. It has to be readily available. Yeah. The Tiny Neko. Yeah, I took a look at that one there a long time ago. Would you really show them Keycult though? I don't know. Do you show them Keycult? I don't know about that. I feel like, okay, I think my final answer for this is showing them something that's not super upscale. And then I would probably end up showing them something that they can actually buy if they were interested. And I think that's how you spark someone's hobby, you know? Yeah, I agree with Ying. Like, you don't show them sound profiles. I've tried that. You know, I've been through many different routes of introducing people to the hobby. And I can tell you right now, most of the time it's looks. Looks get people more into the hobby. If something looks cool, and they can picture it on their desk, it makes more sense for them. Aesthetic definitely got me into the hobby. Yeah, that reasoning, the tofu is the Ouroboros of the keyboard community. Eye appeal is by appeal. I like that. That's very good. The Geist. Can you imagine? Yeah, I'm going to show you a custom keyboard. It also costs $2,400. The Hebe series? Something you could show them, yeah. I know the best way to go about this, you show them that's something affordable and readily available, then you show them something that's a little bit more upscale as a form of sky's the limit. That's very good, Krydar. That's actually a very good point, actually. You could show them two. No one's saying we should limit it to just one. Maybe you show them a bunch. Oh shit, Real Scrubs. I think Real Scrubs is making a very valid point right now. But guys, hear me out. if you show them something that's readily available, they're going to think everything is readily available. So if you really want them to be hooked, you need to show them something wild and break it to them. Nah, fam, this is for the real ones. This is for you, and then show them something that's readily available. Hold on, wait, that's kind of fucking mean. Hold on, wait 1 second. Never mind. It's mean but real? Yeah, I guess so, huh? Dude, I don't know. I really don't know the best way to go about this. I think showing them two makes a lot of sense. Showing someone who's new to the hobby something visually appealing, also something that sounds good too, I guess. And then maybe showing them something, you know, like first of all, it's readily available and maybe won't break the bank. And then something that maybe is like sky's the limit type thing. That makes sense. You show them a key cult, tell them what it costs, and let them get disappointed, send it in, and then show them something they can really get, enjoying the custom keyboard experience. True, I guess. Oh my gosh. Let me unscrew this case. Have you guys ever gotten any of your friends into the hobby at all? Can you share your top-down camera? Yeah, it's a Fuji XS20, but it can be any Fuji because, truth be told, all the Fuji cameras, for the most part, any of the more sensors from them can all look the same. And then I have a kit lens. It's a 16 to 55 kit lens. It's currently set on, I think it's f4, and then I have it set usually on this, which is 23 millimeters. Although my camera's not liking this board right now, it's freaking out on it. Friend and brother. Yeah, you know what's weird? I've probably gotten, I'd hope, maybe one or two people into the hobby with some of the videos I've made, but I can tell you guys right now, I don't think I've ever gotten any of my personal friends into the hobby. Actually, no, maybe one or two, but they dabbled and then got basically left. But never no one seriously into the hobby. I got my brother into the hobby. I showed him my cheap but extremely modded GK61 and told him you can make almost any keyboard look and sound okay. Then I showed him my Keychron, and he's on a world of his own now, delving to low-profile keyboards. That's super cool. Your RamaWorks video with Jim K. Darling got me to the hobby. Oh shit, that's a lot. Damn. Okay. That's a niche one. I like that. I lurk here occasionally and enjoy seeing the building. Seeing the building, saw some stuff on YouTube and came here. Yeah, I feel like YouTube is still a primary area where people kind of discover keyboard content. I don't think anyone's really started on a Twitch stream. Or maybe they have, I don't know. Mr. Teehee got me into the hobby. Good old Teehee types. We love that guy. We love that guy, Teehee types. Alright, none of these screws coming out nice. Who is that? Is he new? Really depends on what you were on more. My close friend got into the hobby from Instagram Reels. I mean, it makes sense from Instagram though. Instagram, the Reels on Instagram for some of the keyboard stuff went crazy. Honestly, that Mechanist board with the Holy Panda switches, it broke the internet. I think Teha literally got so many people into the hobby just for that alone. All right, let's do O-ring, but because Wade did want O-ring here. Which durometer O-ring should we use? I'm thinking we use the brown because it's 80A, and that's more my preference. Good old Teehee types. Love that guy. Pink because cute? Pink would be cute. I have 15 keyboards now. What can you do with them? My wife wants me to get rid of some, but the market is so saturated these days, I don't even know if I could sell them or not. I mean, truth be told is you probably could, but it's I don't know. I feel like the market for them aftermarket just quite isn't the same, and that's fine because obviously it's just there's more readily available options these days, so there's less panic buys of things. But taking a break from studying for my AP test tomorrow. How are you guys doing? What's up, Star Dollar? How you doing? I want to say thank you for your Obscura switches. They slap. Hell yeah, bro. With some more of those coming out pretty soon, too. I personally like to chop my keyboards up and eat them as a snack when I'm out of lube. That's very valid. I'm using NK blueberries. Oh my god, I forgot those existed. NK blueberries are pretty nice. Alright, I think... Is this supposed to slot in the bottom? I can't remember how the line friends works. Your favorite HMX switches go? It's a toss-up between cheese and macchiato. I like them both. They're both very, very nice. I'm doing a sounding session with Alex before chat. A sounding session with Alex before chat asks why he asked me to do it with him. Angel, what is that? I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh no? Bro, I don't even know what that fucking means, bro. Now he's acting like he doesn't know? Crazy? Bro. Hydrate? I actually need the water right now. Angel's making me sweat. Build my derivative with Owl Lab neon switches and the board is crazy, poppy, and loud. Those are really nice switches. Actually, that would be a really nice combo with the derivative. I'm glad you like it, though. Holy shit, it's Alex. What's up, Dane? How you doing? You make me sweat? God damn. Sussy Tuesday? I guess so. Oh my god. Just as you were talking about Alex being the other day, he already forgot Olge. Just as we were talking about Alex being the other day. Wait, what? It's not that bad? Oh, being old. Forgot a word? Yeah, I'm a little old. It's alright. I've helped him with that too. What, being old? Getting more wrinkles. The purple PCB on this does look pretty nice though, huh? No soaking. Can you see the O-ring on this? Ah, not really. Can't really see the O-ring. Ooh. The polycarbonate TKL kind of goes hard though. Like this looks so interesting. Although after stream I'm gonna do this, I noticed even before I started soldering this in, there was a lot of residual solder splatter all over the back of the PCB. So I'll have to go in and try my best to clean some of it off. I guess it's from the last person who built in it. But I'll do my best. I can't promise it'll be 100% clean, but I will try. Yeah, these Zinhais, they're stock. So they're the HMX lubed versions. Line friends. I was like, what is this random circle here? But it's actually just the line friends circle. I tried GMK Blue Samurai today, and holy, the difference in sound. Dude, versus PBT? Wait. Krydar, do you mean you didn't like the PBT ones or you didn't like the ABS? How do you prevent solder splatter? I find it's just how you, believe it or not, push in the solder. I didn't like the ABS. Really, Krydar? You know what? Everyone's different. I'm surprised. Usually it's the opposite, you know? What keyboard is it on? I'm very surprised. But hey, that's really cool, though. Everyone's different. Now, keycaps for this. I prefer PBT. Really? Wait, I want to do a little poll. I want to see what team people are on. PBT or ABS? Zinhais, what weight? Whatever stock Zinhais are. Poll. Hold on. Keycaps. ABS No, this is not for the board, by the way. This is just letting me know what you guys like and prefer. Or PBT. I'm very curious what people prefer. Pulls up. Okay, let me find some keycaps for today. I feel like we just go with something nice and simple today, but I also don't know what we should use. It's a Line Friends TKL. It's polycarbonate. I do want to take pictures of this. I don't know what to use. Do the X-ray keycaps? Hey, that's an idea. I'm down for that. Where's my X-ray keycap set? I literally had it in my hands this morning. Oh, here it is. Ow. Don't ask me why I put a rubber band here. Well, you can ask me why. It's because I don't know why. It just wasn't staying put. Is there a specific solder you'd recommend on the topic of it? I've been using this really cheap. Oh yeah, dude, the best solder. Where's my solder? What the fuck? Oh, why did I put it over here? Kester, no clean. It is 24, or sorry, it's a 6337. So that's the blend of the, I guess the lead versus the flux or whatever the fuck it is. And it's 0.8 millimeter. If you guys want the link, it's in the exclamation point kit. That command there. But this is the one I've been using since I basically started the hobby. It is excellent. Have you watched Silicon Valley? No, I've never watched Silicon Valley. There's a bunch of shows I've never watched. Tin lead, that's what it is. Sorry, my bad, Wingy. One of the two things. It's a mix of something. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. Sennheiser are really clacky. I don't think Sennheiser are for everyone. What diameter? It's 0.8. Actually, I don't know if Sennheiser are for everyone. I feel like maybe they're not. Is this PC line TKL Proto? So, you might have to ask Wei. I don't remember all the details of this, but from what I understand, it was friends and family, and it seems like only a little bit of them were made. Like a very small amount of these things were. And if it's anything to go by, it's labeled 5 out of 10. So yeah, 10 units. Are Sennheisers more clacky or plasticky? You know what? I might get some shit for this. I feel like Sennheisers are a bit more on the plasticky side, but they're very bright. I personally think Sennheisers are fun. I don't know if I would personally use them on a board. But they are very fun, loud key, switches. And dude, I know so many people who swear by the Sennheisers. People have told me that like this is their end game switch. Just saw your shots for the Neo Ergo. Just wanted to ask, was it nice? Wait, ask how nice it was. It's a beautiful keyboard. I mean, I really like it. You can hold your iPhone. The authentication card? Well, I think I left it in the case. I'll grab it here in a second. The Ergo, I'll have my full thoughts on it, but basically, let me just sum up. Here, let me read you guys the last line of what I have written for the article so far, which is the closing thoughts. Here, let me quickly pull that up for you guys. One moment, everybody. Do I have to go to my Google Docs? Okay, so the last line I wrote basically is my verdict. In my humble opinion, the Neo Ergo stands head and shoulders above any other board QWERTY keys has produced thus far. It's like they've taken all the lessons they've learned from their previous projects and poured them into this one particular keyboard. For anyone keen on tinkering with their setup, the Ergo is a dream come true. Taking it apart and putting it back together is a breeze thanks to its thoughtful design. Let's talk about the price, starting at $130 and maxing out at about $188 USD before shipping. It's almost too good to be true. If you wanted to dabble in the world of Ergo keyboards and something tented, then the Ergo is a must-buy. That is basically what I wrote. I'm going to be revising a little bit of my sentence structuring, but it just, truth be told, guys, you know, I've been very, like, I feel like with the written articles, I get pretty critical. And I gotta admit, man, there wasn't really much to criticize on the Ergo. Like, it's just one of these articles, I think, that if you like reads of stuff like this, there's not much to talk about, man. Like, it's just a good board. There's a few nitpicks and gripes that I have with maybe some aesthetic direction, but even that, I feel like it's nothing. Like, that's very preference based. So, dude, the ripples are kind of sick though. The SWK ripples. I personally really like ripples. What's my ideal salad? I don't know. I don't really eat salad. You've been a lot more vocal when boards have faults, so you know it's a good board when you can't find anything. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I take these written articles super serious because it's not like an unboxing or a first impressions where I don't have time to really think about my thoughts. So this is why I think I've been having a little bit of trouble with the Ergo article. It's because it's a genuinely, like, there's not much wrong with, like, there's nothing I can find that I can be like, yo, this needs to be worked on. And I think I'm at like a lack of, like, dude, am I missing something? So it's a tough one. It's too cheap, yeah. But I hope people have been enjoying the articles. I read your opinion on something. Do you remember that the Regression 60 that you built for me? I've been looking more into the JJW derivative and love the sound and design a bit more. Oh man. You know, Sal, I gotta admit, I really liked your your Regression 60. It's very subjective, but I have to, if you give me both keyboards side by side, I'd probably, based off of my personal derivative, which I need to rebuild because I'm not very happy with the overall sound signature I have with it right now, and your Regression 60, I'd pick your Regression. But if my opinion on that's hindering you from buying what you want, then don't listen to me. For a broke college student, the Ergo is definitely it's. I mean, you know, if you would have told me the Ergo is, I don't know, $400, I would have believed you. The new Ergo. Yeah, the design of the derivative's really pretty, but I gotta admit, yours is really nice. Check the poll. ABS is just blowing PBT out of the water. That's crazy. Oh shit, I never remember what goes up here. I'm just picking random things, guys. I apologize. Let's just do delete. I think this is like semi-right anyways. Sure, let's just pick these. I don't care. I'm gonna need arrows. Arrow keys. Neo has been so nice price point wise. Passports weren't as refined but still hold their own. Well, I bring this up in what I'm writing as well too, but I mean, hear me out. Like, I think I appreciate like QWERTY keys, Owl Labs as a whole these days. Like, you know, before, like I had a little bit of a few things to say, even live on stream where I was a little bit more critical on, like, you know, their options for people. And I got to admit, man, they're doing a solid job of listening to what people actually want. And maybe it took a little bit of a push in the right direction. But it seems like just with every board, and maybe there's been one or two kind of exceptions to this rule, but every board they keep adding all the good stuff that people talk about, and they're like, okay, let's keep adding this. And I don't mean to say I hope this is for all boards in the future, but the Ergo, for example, you can tell they've put a lot of thought into how they want their gasket structure to work in the Ergo. And you can tell Like even just putting it together, just everything fits so beautifully. And I like the idea of having one really solid mounting where I can say like, oh wow, I can really see the thought process and love put in here, versus having 5 different mounting styles in which maybe 3 out of those 5 feel like afterthoughts. And I appreciate the way that Neo has, given us 5 different, mounting styles. But I mean, like ultimately when I'm looking at those boards, and I guess this is all preference, so take this with a grain of salt. I usually find that there's like 2 that really stand out and the rest just don't feel or sound very good. But Neo's been killing it, man. Like, and especially at the $130 price point to start. I think maybe the only thing holding people back from picking up one of the plateless ones is they don't know how to solder. But I hope maybe even at that $130 price point, if they want to go plateless, they can maybe take their first foray into soldering or just get it commissioned through someone, right? But I think people are going to really like the Ergo. Tasty combo? What's up, man? How you doing, Mod Musings? Yeah, they've been really killing it with their projects. So more power to QWERTY keys there. They've been, like I said, knocking that out of the park with their keyboards lately. Very happy to see that, truthfully. Might buy 2 at this point. Yeah, like I've been using it practically every day since the stream. Like on and off, like I'm not using it right now. Ooh, my back. But yeah, it's great. Really liking it so far. Ooh, this thing looks like a cloud. Oh my god. Dude. Wait. Plate recommendation for the Neo? I don't know. I haven't built one with a plate yet. I just go plateless personally. Eat it? Oh shit, this thing's kind of cute. Looks very pretty. Yeah, this is a nice looking board. The copper accent on the back too, the Line Friends little logo, if you're a fan of Line Friends, I guess. I don't think it's, I mean, like I didn't really know much about Line Friends until this board actually. It's a chat platform, I believe. Here's the bottom of this. I mean, this looks great. I wonder how the RGB looks in this. Again, because I don't think I'm ever going to get to see one of these boards again. Is there even RGB? It's probably off. Keyboard's working, but no RGB. Let's see. NVIDIA. Let me go turn it on. Authorized device. I guess we'll just pick a solid color. I like it better without the RGB. I turn it back off. I made a mistake by turning that on. It looks so much nicer without the RGB. It's cool that it has it though. You've only built the Proto in this one? Yeah, that's it. I've only built these 2. Cole, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to Jacobs
Thank you. There is other RGB. Like I saw the lines of RGB on the bottom and top, but I think they're too far inwards on the keyboard, while the RGB on the side is literally at the side. So, all right. Well, let's see how this sounds. Is it possible to get ripples? Hold on. Without paying $20 for shipping? I think only one vendor has ripples at the moment. I'm not too sure. I got my Envoy in Thursday, or get my Envoy in Thursday. Hell yeah, dude. Envoy's gonna be a fun little build. I mean, $20 isn't super terrible for shipping, I guess, if they're doing like DHL, but I understand. It's still a lot of money. Board on top is the Moon Tower. All right, let's see what this sounds like. So we have some X-ray keycaps. We have a Line Friends polycarbonate board. We're using a PP plate. And we have the 80 durometer, so the 80A O-ring as the mounting style for this. And we're using Zenhai switches too. Wow, this is gonna sound. You know what? I don't even know the right word to describe this. It definitely has like a pop to it. It's loud. I mean, you can literally hear the bottoming out of some of the switches. Like, it's loud. It is ABS, but it's different. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it's ABS, but not quite the same as ABS you'd find on a GMK set. So, with that being said, let's unplug it. Honestly, I actually like it like this. I don't think top mounting this would be preferable in my opinion, but you know what? These do sound near identical though. In this particular case, I think the switch is so loud that any of the subtle differences is getting drowned out. Oh, it is a smidge brighter, actually. I do need to tweak all the mods just a smidge, but... Ooh, this does... The alphas sound delicious on this. I think if we go top mount, this is going to be really loud and probably... Oof. There's some variation on this side of the board that I'm kind of really vibing with. Wow. Don't love the F-Row? Really? I really like the F-Row. I kind of was hoping the whole F-Row would sound like this. But it's not. But, dude, that's kind of insane. Tune up the spacebar just a smidge. Again, small little tip. I like throwing in small little pointers and stuff. I know people who are here regularly are probably sick of me saying it, but only add a little bit of lube every time you go to... Yeah, like, that fixed it perfectly. You only want to put a little bit. You don't want to go like super crazy because you could end up putting too much, and then what happens is the lube will settle underneath the stab stem, and you'll end up with a new ticking sound, which is the lube suctioning to the bottom of the PCB, or sorry, the top of the PCB. So you could end up with another unfavorable sound. So you always want to just do it in small increments, and just a reminder for people. Do you remember how the blue aluminum proto line friends TKL sounded? I think I used, for that one there, did I not use a aluminum plate? I don't really remember it, to be honest. I don't remember it too well. Not much at all. Is it possible the rattle in the spacebar could be caused by a bad wire? Bad warped wire plate instead of a stab wire itself. So, oh man, this is a whole topic. We can actually have a whole discussion about stabs one day. So there's a number of things that can go wrong with the stab. The most common thing isn't actually bent wires. It's really not. It's just lack of lubricant or over lubing. So that's number one that I think most people kind of struggle with. Number two is still not bent wires. It's actually going to be people not installing the wires correctly. And I'm basing this off of my personal talk with people and clients and people who've sent me stuff. So again, like my data is coming from real interactions with people in the hobby. And it's not like solid data because it could be completely different. And then I think that the next thing people would probably have some issues with maybe would be like a super, but it has to be really warped for this to make a difference. And then I think another small thing people don't realize too is I think for a lot of people's like first, second, even third keyboard, they're going to be switching out keycaps a lot. They're trying new things and totally fine. Everyone wants to try new things. What they end up doing is they wear down the space bars sometimes. And then the spacebar doesn't sit too nicely on the stab stems. So what happens is it kind of seesaws in place and creates a new rattle. And the fix to that would be putting a little bit of saran wrap. And then I think another very niche issue, which maybe is not so niche, is over lubing. And like I mentioned, people will sometimes, they'll take this syringe and they're like, you know what, like I gotta, people tell me to really lube these things. And there are certain stabs that works for, don't get me wrong. But something like a TX or a Staby or something that has maybe a tighter tolerance, what you're going to end up doing is you're going to put, just like to visualize it, you're going to end up getting lube on the bottom right over here. And then you're just going to create a new tap, and I can't replicate it, I tried. You're going to create a new kind of sticking sensation or just some sort of like, suction from the bottom of the stem itself, and that creates what seems like is wire tick, but it's not actually wire tick. It's just suction from too much lube. I would say very, very rarely have I had people send in boards or ask advice where it's been the wire itself. Hell, it could even be the plate rattling on the stab itself too. It could people sometimes don't realize they use a 1.6 millimeter PC or stabilizer on a 1.2 millimeter PCB, so that could cause a rattle. Having loose keycaps can cause, like, there's so many variations of what rattle can be caused by, but you just need to have the board and you kind of have to develop a sense of sound for it. There's just a long list of things you'd have to do to troubleshoot it, unfortunately. I think it's the plate. The stabs won't work on any other board or work okay on any other board. It could also not be any of those things. And this is the annoying part, right? It could literally be the PCB assembly, like we saw with the Redemption, for example, not being properly seated on whatever it was mounted on, causing shifting and rattles a little bit. So it's not always your stabilizers. And I think a lot of people doubt their stabilizer lubing skills. And it's not even them, man. It's sometimes not even their fault. It's other factors that play into it. So, anyways, it's a long conversation to have. I tried to cover as much as I could in the YouTube video that I did for it, but I feel like there's more stuff these days. Maybe I have to write something on it, but there has to be a lot of lube to create a sticking sensation, and yes, that sounds very sus. Alex, you're so beautiful. Please reel. Oh my God. This is too much to take in. So much to take in. Why'd you make that little face at the end, Ryan? Oh my God. Just need to get the new Norbauer stabs. I hate to say it, those are not going to be a fix for every solution, but they will fix, like those stabs, if they work as intended, will fix the stab itself being the issue. So it still could be caused by other issues. I wasn't even being sus. I can't. They look crazy. They're really interesting. I prefer filmed Nixies. Just don't use stabs. Problem solved. Easy. Also, wait, did you like the keyboard? I just realized that I've been lubing with the wrong 205G0. Oh, lumpy and separated. Where did you get it from? I once ordered 205 from a website, which it was so cheap back in the day. This is when we had oh my God, this is such a weird story to tell. At one point in the hobby, no one could get 205G0. It was like a shortage. It was the great 205G0 drought. and I ordered from a sketchy website that was selling 20520 by like the tubs, and within like 2 weeks it was separated. It was the weirdest. It wasn't real. Like, it was like someone's homemade concoction, which sounds so weird to say out loud, but it was like a bunch of mixes of different lubes, and wasn't real. That's gross. Yeah, you just got to be careful. Just buy from vendors you trust. Someone's, oh my god, dude, this is not what I meant, guys. I bet it was. That's funny and gross. Tub of homemade. Okay, you know what? That's not lube. Watered down Crisco. Goodness me. Goodness me. Oh, I'm gonna crack my back a little bit. All right, though, guys. Keyboard. I think this Line Friends turned out so nice, actually. Very happy with it. This turned out lovely. We're going to be doing some more builds tomorrow. What do we have on the list for tomorrow, anyways? Bro, those earbuds custom made. No, these are just, I mean, they're not just, but they're Campfire Andromedas. They're a nice IEM that I have. I'm very fortunate, but I don't think I'm ever going to go the custom route. I think it scares me to put stuff in my ear. I like that. JJW, you think you switched to the tier 1, man? Thanks, bro. Spacebar, though, seriously clunk. I know, this sound profile for this is so nice. Tomorrow, we're doing the Petrichor from Cannon Keys. That should be fun. I think we're doing it at 7 p.m. tomorrow. If not, I'm probably going to end up moving it to 7 p.m., but it's nice. Very, very, very nice. Can you clunk it? What the... Canning Keys, yes. I think Alchemist is the one who designed it, I believe. AKB was it? And then Canning Keys is the one vendoring it. Alright, guys. Let's go find someone to raid. You guys are sussy. Good to see you, Alex. Goodbye. Take care, JJW. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the stream. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone had fun today. I know today we rambled on about a whole bunch of different topics, but I feel like it was good conversation today. Do you know Switch similar feeling to the Tangerines? I don't know off the top of my head. I have to revisit Tangerines. It's been a little while since I've used them. But not off the top of my head, no. Later, nerds. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's go raid. You know what? I don't know who's doing stuff today, but maybe we go raid my old friend Ashley. I think she's doing some video game stuff, but she's pretty cool. You guys can take a look at what she's doing today. All right, everybody. Are ripples quiet? Ripples are very loud. They're super loud switches. I would not say they're quiet at all. Oh, fuck that. No, they're super loud. All right, guys, enjoy. Take care and say hi to Ashley for us. Bye, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.